Hi guys, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're seeing this video from, and it's currently 6:37 p.m. in Malaysia. Filming this video, I just quickly want to put this out there. Life in Malaysia, living and giving birth here in Malaysia, it's not easy. It's not easy giving birth abroad where you don't have family members. Like, let me give you an example. Being a first time mom, because I already have a daughter before, pregnant again with my second child, I had no experience. Trust me, I have zero experience what it is to take care of a child, because I never stayed with anybody who had a child from above 5 years, lower as under 5 years. So I really don't know much except watching YouTube, going to YouTube to research, going to YouTube to know what it is to feed a child from this month to that month. Because even when your child is sick, okay, let me fast forward back to when I was pregnant. It was smooth, being that it was my first time. I had to throw up a lot, have all the pregnancy symptoms which I didn't have with this pregnancy. When I was pregnant with my daughter, then I threw up a lot for some weeks. Then it stopped. Then I started getting myself. I do a lot of things, but I barely have appetite for food, unlike this pregnancy. Then I was alone with my spouse, then just new parents trying to figure out how to really take care of a child. Then I was in labor. That was the funniest part of it. It was still okay, although I had to call my friend then, who already had a son. She came over and helped me, because I just thought that when I started having labor pain, I should immediately be at the hospital. But she said no, that I really don't have to go to the hospital immediately. I should just wait for a while. Then after the contraction kick intensively, and then I can go to the hospital. Then I think, yeah, actually it worked, because I stayed at home for 4 hours. After 4 hours of the contraction, consistent contraction, actually I went to the hospital. On getting to the hospital, I stayed there for 2 hours or three thereabout again. I put to bed. Thankfully, there was no more stress, because the labor video I watched, you don't want to imagine. Caesar session videos, normal bed videos, just to prepare my mind for the, how will I put it, for the unexpected, because anything can happen. You might think you want to put to bed naturally, you get there, things just change. Things just tend to not go in your favor sometimes, but sometimes it just tends to work in your favor as well. Then that was how, after everything, the next day I actually have stitches, because I had here, they had to stitch it. I came back home. The next day, it was still very new. It was still very new. Okay, we are going to get into something very soon. Baby sleeping very well in the afternoon. Then you, because I don't really understand how it is that if you have a baby, when your baby is sleeping, you should be resting. And I'm not used to afternoon sleep. I'm not that type of person that normally nap in the afternoon. I just want to stay awake, know what's going on, and when it's evening, I want to sleep. But now at this point, my baby refused to sleep in the evening. My baby will sleep from morning till 12 in the afternoon, then wake up. And normally she slept afternoon till 4. Once it's 9 in the evening, that you think, okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, she will sleep. Is it like she will be awake till 4, sometimes 5. If if she want to do you, I'm here to stay, 6. All thanks to my friend. I don't know if she's going to watch this video. She will help me stay with my baby in my room, till that 6 in the morning and go and sleep when my baby is sleeping. Then when I tend to wake up, I continue again. Due the pain was so intensive that I can barely sit. I was new to all this. I was new to Nobody ever told me that when you give birth there will be tear. Nobody ever tell me that okay, when there is tear, this is how. But I just have, then when I was back in Nigeria, that they usually press the when you put to bed, they press your belly and underneath your body. I really don't really pay attention to why all this was needed. But in my case, after a few weeks, the pain was so much that I had to tell my friend that I'm really in pain. Like, I'm seriously in pain. I went back to the hospital. They gave me some medication and asked me to stop taking antibiotic. But the Nigeria in me, you know, the Nigeria in me would not let me stop taking antibiotic. I promise you. I still continue taking it, and thankfully it worked. It actually worked. It helped with the intense pain, and after like 6 weeks everything was over and done with. I thank God for that. But fast forward to breastfeeding, I have to be awake almost every night. And even if I ask because I wasn't pumping, I had to basically breastfeed my child directly. The stress was much. I had to be awake at night. I also have to be awake at day. I just find it that I was getting very lean, like very lean. Even no matter what I eat, I still don't have you barely see me that omugo feel of you are doing omugo to get big. In my whole case, I just tend to get lean, thinking if there is anything called depression. I was depressed. I was depressed, and I have to undepress myself because nobody's gonna do it for you, girl. You're gonna do it yourself, because you make the decision to bring a child to the world. You're gonna take it. After then, I also had help along the line. I had my friends come over. She was also very helpful again. She tends to bathe, back the baby for a while, take care of things. 3 days after giving birth, I started going to the mall to get things because being a first time mom, I honestly did not know what to buy. Here in Malaysia, they don't give you what's it called, hospital list to buy anything. No, they just don't. Whether they do, I didn't ask, because I honestly did not ask, but they just did not also give it to me. I just find myself buying things after putting to bed. I find myself going back to the hospital. I find myself going back um, to the mall to buy milk, to buy baby diaper, to buy baby clothes again, to buy a lot of things that I did not buy before I put to bed, that I have no clue, that I have no idea that was needed. But compared to now that I'm expecting my second child, I now have idea of things you should buy, things you should be ready for, things you should be, as in you should put into consideration of, okay, if I am to put to bed in this space of time, if I am to heal in this space of time, I have to have these things at my beck and call, these things around me. Pardon me, I'm really sweaty because I have my fan. Well, what again? I'll say another thing is when your child stop eating. As a first time mom, when your child stop eating, when you want to transit from breast milk or milk to normal food, as in the whole scenario is funny. You just don't know what's going on. You start thinking, is this baby sick? Is something wrong? Did I feed him or her something that I'm not supposed to feed her? Did Is everything okay? I find myself visiting the hospital often than I should visit the hospital, because if there was parents around, there would have the idea of, okay, no, this is normal, this is not normal, especially when they are growing their teeth. Another thing, eh, it's crazy, because you find them itching a lot, chewing on things very as in aggressively a lot. It itch a lot. As in, I'll say that was all I really noticed about giving birth for the first time, having to study everything on your own, by yourself, without help, without family members, without what again, my spouse was actually there, but you know that thing of a man and a woman can never be the same. You can barely really do what I want you to do for me. The least you can do is carry the baby. The least you can do is okay, move around, be playing around with the baby, let me have a nap. No, I want someone that I can really rely on when it's time for, okay, this is what I should do. I find myself blaming him a lot, because I feel like, why don't you have idea of what we should do? Why don't you have idea of why this is going on? But being man, it's crazy. It's thinking back again, it's really crazy. Sometimes he just look at me and feel like, you're trying. You are really trying. When he said that, I just calmed down, because at that time I was so frustrated. Let me know, like, I was so frustrated a lot, as in having to do everything without having any idea. I have to watch YouTube. Am I doing this right? Am I not doing that right? Is this what I should do? Is this what I should not do? All thanks to YouTube are the same, because if not for YouTube, somebody like me, I don't know what I would have done, because it's in my head. Nothing is there when it comes to feeding a child for the first time. Being a first time mom, I had no clue. I didn't prepare for that phase, because I want actually, why I didn't prepare that much, because I wanted to go back to Nigeria after putting to bed, because I wanted to go before putting to bed. COVID came into the picture, and because I was pregnant at that same time, 2020, when COVID came, and I could not go back. After putting to bed, I still wanted to go back, but it just didn't happen. Then I choose to stay back. Okay, let me just be here for a while, and now again, baby number 2 is on the way. But I still wanted to go back, but here we are. Here we are. I don't know if I'm going back. I don't know if I'm staying back. But whichever way, I promise to update you guys and take you guys along. Thank you for watching, enjoying this video. Please, if you have any thought, if you have anything to share with me, leave it in the comment section below, and I will definitely respond. Please, positive comments only, please. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.